What's going on, guys? We're back with another episode here of Nolan's Pod. Today, same thing. Team USA still playing. The Braves are still playing. Each one of those teams are still alive, and that's what we're gonna be getting at today. First, let's start with Team USA. As you know, we did beat Puerto Rico, and we move on. Those 3 games that we had to play, we beat Puerto Rico, South Sudan. I forget who the other team is off the top of my head right now. But those 3 games that we had to play, we won those 3 games. We went 3-0. Now we're in the bracket stage of things. We win, we move on. We lose, we can't win the gold. So, as we've been doing, let's keep on winning. We play Brazil today at 3:30. But I'm just recapping the game that we won against Puerto Rico. Not a great start. Not a great start in the first quarter. We were down 25-30, but the 30 for Puerto Rico was changed to 29 because the guy's foot was on the 3-point line, so it was changed from a 3 to a 2, so it was 29-25 instead of 25-30. So, 1 point difference doesn't really make a difference, but Puerto Rico did have the lead going to the second quarter, and it wasn't till the second quarter that we stepped up our game. So, going into the second quarter, we had a sense of urgency. We need to start playing because if we don't, we're going to lose. So, in a way, it was a blessing in disguise because we were able to get back on our feet and do what we need to do to close this game out. And by halftime, we were up by double digits, weren't we? We were up by double digits by halftime. So, just waking up, opening our eyes and like, hey, these are still guys that play basketball. We still need to play. And sometimes that's good for us because we need a reminder of that. Just like today, we're going against Brazil. You don't think that Brazil can beat us? They can. To beat Brazil, we're going to have to play our bigs. So Embiid, AD, Bam, we're going to have to play our bigs. So if one of those guards don't play, obviously don't be surprised because, we've already seen it happen before, as I've discussed with you guys last week, my thoughts and opinion on some guys not playing. So if a guard does not play today, the reason being is that we're playing Brazil, and they are a top-heavy team with big men, so we're going to have to really play big. So that's probably going to be our 3 big men, Bam, Joel Embiid, AD, and D probably go with the Jason Tatums, LeBron, the Kevin Durant's. There's other big guys too. So, but still, recapping the game against Puerto Rico, we really turned up our defense in that second quarter. And you know what? We started getting steals. And we started getting out on a fast break and getting easier shot attempts versus half court. As I told you guys last week, when we lock in and we play defense and we're active, we're getting steals, we're getting deflections, we're scrapping, we're clawing, we're rotating defensively. You know what I'm saying? We have our guards that defend the perimeter. On the interior, we have our bigs that defends the paint. When we lock in defensively, I told you, when we lock in defensively, we can't be beat. I already know what we're going to get on the offensive end. Even this game right here, we scored 104 points. In a 40-minute game, that's pretty doggone good. But when we lock in defensively, we're unbeatable. And throughout this whole tournament, what we have done defensively has been great. And the scary thing about it is we can still turn it up another notch defensively. As scary as that is, and as great as we played defensively, we can still turn it up another notch. We play defense that allows us to go to the other end of the floor offensively and go get easy baskets and get out on a fast break and run instead of having to play our half-court offense, which we're really getting better at our half court offense each game we play. So that's good. My one concern about this game is our rebounding. Puerto Rico had 18 offensive rebounds to our 12 offensive rebounds. And then rebounding period, we were out rebounded by 51 to 48. So our rebounding is something that I'm still concerned about, obviously. Blocks, Puerto Rico had 3 and we had 6. And like I said, we're getting after it with steals. Puerto Rico had 4 steals to our 10. So we are just playing defense, locking in. I'm really, really happy to see that. When we play defense, I keep telling y'all, when we play defense and we lock in defensively, we cannot be beat. Our turnovers, last week I told you guys that, our turnovers were one thing that we were going to have to focus on. And the more time that we played with each other together, we were going to get better in that aspect. In each game, we have cut down our turnovers each game. Puerto Rico had 16. We only had 11. So each game that we have played, we're cutting down our turnovers less, and less. We only had 11. Today, when we play Brazil, let's see if we can only have 8. Or let's see if we could only have 7 turnovers. But each game that we're playing, we're cutting down our turnovers. The more and more we play with each other and we have learned each other's games, we're cutting down our turnovers. So that's really good. I'm really happy about that, because when you're playing these guys overseas and you're playing these teams, you cannot turn the ball over. That will come back and bite you right in the butt. So you cannot turn the ball over. Our stats, our player stats, now I'm going to give you guys. Let's start with Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid had 15 points, 2 blocks, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, and 6 for 14 from the field. That was Joel Embiid's best game. And as far as his antics go, he was egging on the crowd who, were booing because they're upset that he didn't play for his hometown team. And, Ant-Man came out and said, well, why would he play for his hometown team, France, and they have Wemby and Rudy Gobert? Y'all already have 2 7-footers, and you add a third 7-footer with Embiid. Why would Joel Embiid do that? That's what Ant-Man was saying. Which, when Ant-Man said that, I'm like, yeah, he's actually right. That actually does make sense. So Embiid's decision to play for Team USA, you have to respect that, because, first of all, Wemby and Rudy, 2 7-footers. Okay, one of them can come off the bench, but that's still too much. And yeah, Wemby shoots threes, and yeah, Embiid shoots threes. Rudy Gobert obviously does not. It's still 3 7-footers on the team. How many 7-footers do you need? And if it doesn't work, then you're going to be like, well, one of the 7-footers shouldn't have been on the team. So Embiid opted to play with Team USA. I don't understand why he's getting booed because of that, but Ant-Man was right. He was onto something, and we are very glad to have Embiid on our side versus having to face him. But as he gets more and more into game shape, this was his best game by far. So good job, Joel Embiid. Jason Tatum's best game too. 10 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 4 from 9 from the field. LeBron doing LeBron-like things. 10 points, 1 block, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, 4 for 6 from the field. Stephen Curry has continued to struggle, but as I listened to the broadcast on Saturday, Dwayne Wade was saying, you have all these superstar guys on this team, and with all these superstars, not everybody is getting the same touches that they would get in the regular game. So you know how Stephen Curry probably gets about 25 shots a game. He's not getting that here. LeBron, about 20 shots a game. He's not getting that here. Ant-Man, KD, Jason Tatum, you can go on and on. Embiid, all those touches, KD, all those touches that they get, all those shots that they get, 20 to 25 shots that they get when they play in the NBA, they're not getting that here. Because you have all these superstars on the team, You have all these superstars on the team. You have to sacrifice. That's the thing about the Olympics and FIFA play. You have to sacrifice. It's all about sacrifices. And this team has done such a great job of sacrificing. It's incredible. So what D-Wade was saying was, Steph Curry's not getting those same touches, so he's out of rhythm. Because we all know when Steph Curry gets all those touches, and he's in rhythm, we all know what he's going to do. So he's not getting those same touches, and that's why he's struggling. But the good thing about it is we have all these guys on the team to pick him up. So we're not even worried about him struggling. And that's what I told you guys last week. It's a lot of people that you can worry about struggling. Stephen Curry is not one of them. AD, Anthony Davis, 10 points, 2 blocks, 3 assists, 6 rebounds, 3 for 4 from the field. Kevin Durant, 11 points, 1 steal, 3 assists, 4 rebounds, and 4 for 8 from the field. Ant-Man just continues to do the Ant-Man type things that he does. Man, that boy is something. Ant-Man, 26 points, 2 steals, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, 3 from 6 from long range, 11 from 15 from the field. The veteran guys, the guys past their prime, KD, LeBron, Stephen Curry, they know that Ant-Man's up next, so they give him the ball to Ant-Man like, bro, do your thing. Do your thing. You good. Do your thing. You up next. You got it right now. Go do your thing. We just the veterans. We the veterans. We on the back half of our career. You got it. Go do your thing. It was one play where Ant-Man, he passed the ball to KD, and KD passed the ball back to him like, bro, this your show. You got it. Let's go. Don't pass it to me. You got it. And Ant-Man took it, and he did something with it, obviously, of course. They like, bro, you got it. You up next. He reminds me a lot of D-Wade when D-Wade was coming up, and D-Wade, you see D-Wade had it in him, and D-Wade took it. That's what he reminds me of. D-Wade just coming in, he has it, and he takes it. And same thing with D-Wade. D-Wade played defense. Ant-Man will lock you up defensively when he puts his mind to it. Boy, Ant-Man's a beast too. And he's young. He just turned 23. I think like yesterday, I think it was. He turned 23. So, man, that kid. But that's the recap of this game. I was very, very impressed. Very, very impressed. Obviously we got things that we still need to work on, and but we also got a lot of encouraging signs from this game too, and we know that we're going to be ready to play this afternoon against Brazil. We're going to bring everything we got, and we're going to go on. I'm going to be talking to you guys again about how we beat Brazil today. Mark that. Mark my words. And this final score ended up being 104-83. So, good job, USA. Now we're in the bracket. We need to keep winning, which I know we will. And stay locked in. Stay locked in. Period. Now, transitioning. Let's talk about the Braves. As you know, I told you guys about the Braves. We're coming up, and we're facing Miami, the Marlins. That series has came and gone. That was a 4-game series. Obviously, in the 4-game series, I told you guys you want to split. You want to take a split, 2 out of 2. But against this Marlins team, you want to take 3 out of 1. Unfortunately, we took 2 out of 2. Won the first 2 games Thursday and Friday. Lost the last 2 Saturday and Sunday. Saturday's game was very, very winnable. I'm going to start backwards with Saturday's game. Saturday's game was very winnable. Grant Holmes started. He gave up 3 runs. And then Pierce Johnson came in and allowed 1 run. The Marlins had 4 to our 3. Marcell Ozuna homered in that game. That was good. And we also had a lead in that game. So that was a winnable game that we should have won. Allowing those 4 runs to the Marlins did not help. And then Austin Jones's strikes called behind the plate didn't help either. So that was disappointing. Sunday, Max Fried comes back off the IL, and you could tell that he's rusty because he hadn't started since like July 11th. That was before All-Star break, and then you have All-Star break passing, and then you have him being on IL after that, and then now it's August. So from like July 11th to August 2nd, that's still a while. So Max Fried was definitely rusty. He showed that. He gave up 5 runs, and then Luke Jackson comes in after him and gives up a 3-run homer right after that. So it was 7-0 Marlins win Sunday. As Max Fried continues to work his way back and not be rusty, we already know that he's way better than what he showed on Sunday. So I'm not too concerned about that. What I'm not happy about is that we split 2 out of 2. In a series, you could live with taking 2 out of 2, but against the Marlins team that's not really good, you have to win 3 out of 1 at least. Sweeping a team in a 4-game series is very hard. Winning 3 out of 1 in a series is very doable. Depends on who you're playing. And when you're playing the Marlins are the team to beat up on. So that's why I was so frustrated about that. The first 2 games went our way like we expected it to go. Thursday, we won 4-2. Austin Riley, Matt Olson, Orlando Arcia hit homers. Matt Olson hit a 2-run homer. That's 2. Riley hit a homer. That's 3. Arcia hit a homer. That's 4. Charlie Morton was on the bump for that game. He pitched 6 innings strong, only allowed 1 run, 5 hits, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. Charlie had his fastball working, and he also had that curveball working. Dylan Lee came in and gave up 1 run, so that's why the Marlins have 2. Score ended up being 4-2, of course. Luke Jackson, Dylan Lee, AJ Minter all came in to finish the job off the bullpen, and Raisel Iglesias got to save. 4-2 Braves win Thursday night. Transitioning to Friday night. It was a 5-3 win, but it wasn't a pretty 5-3 win. We had to come back to do it. Xavier Edwards leads off the game with a single. Jonah Bride hits a 2-run homer. It's 2-0 Miami. Jake Berger comes up and hits a homer. It's 3-0 Miami. Keep in mind, we have Spencer Schwellenbach on the mound, and when Spencer Schwellenbach has struggled this year, it's been because he's allowed the long ball. He allowed 2 in his game. So, very good pitcher, Spencer Schwellenbach. But just like against Philly, that long ball got him. I don't know if that was against Philly. I'm trying to think. No, it was against I can't think of the team that he gave up the homer. It was like last week. I cannot think of the team. But when Spencer has struggled this year, it's been because he's given up the home run ball. So the thing with him is just try to limit giving up the home run ball. Just try to limit the damage. Luckily for us, our offense came alive. Orlando Arcia hit a home run in the 5th inning to cut the lead to 3-1. The bottom of the 6th inning, Austin Riley hits a ground out to second base that drives in Whit Merrifield. Is 3-2. So RBI ground out from Austin Riley. Whit Merrifield tripled. So when Whit Merrifield's triple, Austin Riley grounds out, drives him in 2-3. Bottom of the 8th inning, Jarred Kelenic comes up and he walks. And Whit Merrifield bunts to send Jarred Kelenic to second. Sacrifice bunt with 1 out. Jorge Soler comes up and he ties up the game 3-3. Jarred Kelenic comes from second to home and scores on an RBI single from Jorge Soler. And then you have Austin Riley comes up. He doubles. It's 2nd and 3rd. After that, it's runners on 2nd and 3rd. After that, Marcell Ozuna comes up and he hits a sacrifice fly. The runner scores. We take the lead. It's 4-3. Orlando Arcia singles. Austin Riley scores. It's 5-3. Keep in mind, this is all in the 8th inning of our comeback. We win 5-3. all in all, Spencer Schwellenbach gave up 2 homers, but he pitched great. 7 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs allowed. He struck out 10. Keep in mind, it was against the New York Mets that he struck out 12 guys. He had 10 more strikeouts this game. So he shows flashes. He shows flashes. He really does. He shows flashes of what he can do. It's just the home run ball and just limit the damage. Alex Anthopoulos said that a lot of teams did call him about Spencer Schwellenbach, and he turned them down, saying, no, we're not trading him. We're not getting rid of him. As you can see why. When he's on, he's on. He can strike people out with the best of them. You know what I'm saying? It's just that home run ball. After that, Aaron Bummer and Joe Jimenez comes in out the bullpen, and they do their job, and they finish it off. Joe Jimenez gets the save, 5-3. So that recaps the series against the Miami Marlins, Thursday through Sunday. We were off last night, which was Monday. We start the series tonight against the Milwaukee Brewers, who we just played the Brewers last week up in Milwaukee, and we took that series 2-1. We will look to do the same tonight. That's all I have for you guys today. Let me know what you think about us splitting the series with the Miami Marlins. Let me know what you guys think about Team USA's win. And let me know what you think the outcome of today's game against Brazil is going to be for Team USA. That's all I have for you guys today. That's it.